Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Sudip Maiti, career designer. Welcome to Classroom to Boardroom Talk Show, episode number 22. We are gathered here to enlighten you about the different ways by which the transition from classroom to boardroom can easily happen. We'll discuss about the hurdles or challenges that come along the way. Take charge of your career and also listen to the different eminent person who have excelled in their own field. We have invited one of the great mentor who went from being shy to becoming confident and successful in life and career. He is the founder of Vishal School of Grooming. He is a career grooming coach. He is an author of Amazon best-selling book Groom to the Next Version of You. Also have mentored over 50 mid-career professional, bringing in some extraordinary results like a salary hike range from 50 to 280% and multiple offer letters. He is on a mission to transform 1 million lives by grooming them to their next version. I am pleased to welcome Mr. Bisal Manocha with thunder's round of applause. Today's topic is importance of personal grooming in professional life. So welcome Bisal in this particular talk show. So if you can briefly explain about yourself, so that would be great for the audience. Then I'll move forward with the next topics.
Thank you, Sudeep. And I also want to welcome people on behalf of this great thing which Sudeep has started, which is Classroom to Boardroom talk show. And I want to congratulate you, Sudeep, on this initiative. This is actually something which wherein people would actually transform from a classroom environment to a boardroom environment. And to quickly tell the audience, the beautiful audience we have today, I just want to tell you that I was someone who was struggling in his mid career for almost about 6 long years, even though I was working in some of the top brands like Philips and Havels. But the struggle was to do with how do I express myself with confidence? How do I talk to my seniors, my boss, my super boss? I was never aware about that matter. I was never aware about how to work upon these things. And that struggle, in fact, didn't allow me to grow hefty, grow in my salary, in my package, in my overall achievements. I would say that was something which was missing in my career for a long time. 5 to 6 years is a long time. And while I started working on this thing, I could see that there are things have started changing. Things have started working very nicely for me. And as Sudeep rightly said, uh, from a shy and introvert personality, from a small town to going on and becoming a general manager in one of the top organizations, and also helping now many mid-career professionals, 50 plus mid-career professionals, to get to their next version, to get to their salary. I would say I have a catch. I have a tagline here, which is 2x your salary. And in fact, uh, helping them grow in their career, helping them transform themselves overall from an underconfident, uh, underachieved professional life to a very strong, confident, and highly achievements and awards and recognition in their career. uh, so that's what I would just briefly talk about, me and my journey. uh, yes, I am an MBA, I am a mechanical engineer. I have done all those degrees which were being told to me by my parents that you have to do it, Vishal. I have done that. However, the real change, the real transformation happened when I came across some beautiful mentors in my life. All thanks
Great.
to them. And today, where am I today, is all birth has been given to me by my parents. But the ultimate progression, the ultimate purpose which I have right now to transform 1 million mid-career professionals is all because of my mentors. Yeah.
Great, great, Vishal.
Over to
Your journey, as well as the you have overcome that particular journey. You come to the point, and from here you will be transformed the so many lives. So you have already started the journey. So that's great. Yeah. So Vishal, so I just want to know. So today's topic exactly as you have told, the importance of personal grooming in professional life. So what is the grooming in professionalism? What do you mean that?
So, Sudeep, this question I generally get, and I would like to split it into two parts. First is internal grooming. Yeah, and internal grooming is nothing but having a strong self belief, having a strong mindset that I am committed, I am going to achieve big things in my life, and I'm gonna be consistently working on it. So that is what I teach my mentees to work on the internal steps. First of all, you have to believe internally that I am made for big things. I am going to visualize the things which are there. Like, I don't tell them to visualize 5 years, 10 years down the line, but visualize at least for 1 year and have a one significant action towards that every day. If you are doing a one significant action every day to achieve that goal, 1 year goal, things will change and things will go to a very different level. That's called internal grooming. And coming on to the second part, which is external grooming, which is like you are your own brand. You have a personality, you have something unique in you. Everyone has a story. Sudeep, you have a story. I have a story. People who are watching us, they have a story. That story needs to be communicated across. Be you are going from a classroom to a boardroom, be it you are in a review meeting, be it you are communicating to your team members who are reporting into you, and your boss, your super boss, they should also know you personally, that this is what Sudeep stands for, this is what Vishal stands for, this is his icon, this is his personality. So that's called external grooming, building a personal brand out of you, out of your qualities, is something which is external grooming. So that's overall grooming in professional sense.
Great, great. Yeah. But Vishal, so yeah, so grooming is really important. So if you have to grow in your career, but why the grooming is required for the professional life as well as the performance life? Is there any kind of the relationship between the professional life as well as the personal life?
So the thin line is there. I mean, I would just say that when it comes to professional life, I have already explained, Sudeep, that it's external as well as internal grooming. But then when it comes to personal life, over there, it's mainly internal grooming. Because when you speak confidently, when your self belief is high, your family, your close relatives, your friends, they notice. They see a transformation, they see a change in your personality. And when they see that change, they talk about it. And when they talk about it, you feel good. Yeah, I tell my all my mentees that when you dress well, you feel well. Yeah. So
Correct.
probably when you dress well, you feel that I am dressing for other people. But it's not for other people. First of all, it's for you. You create that first impression in your mind that I am looking awesome, I am looking good, I am all set to stand out in the crowd, in the 9 to 5 crowd, or in the party, or in a family function. Wherever you go, you should stand out. And for that, you need some preparation. You need to wear a great dress, you need to have a good facial hair, you need to wear a smile on your face, you need to have some great body language. And all that happens when you practice. You got to practice, you got to show that consistency in your actions. And then, probably, be it a personal life or a professional life, people will start observing you, and she'll start noticing you that this person has something unique. There is some differentiator in this person which will automatically start getting highlighted when you are not in the room. So what is personal branding, Sudeep? Personal branding is what people say about you when you are not in the room.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you got to
Absolutely.
work on that element.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, absolutely. So, just want to know exactly, do you think that this grooming is really influence to you in your success? And if yes, then how?
I will connect it with my story. My story is something, Sudeep, which I would just say that I am born and brought up in a very small town, Mubarakpur in Punjab, where people don't know even what is grooming. They don't know even that how to groom themselves. In fact, my parents, they always talked about one thing, that Vishal, simple living and high thinking. I always used to wonder that how strong this statement is, what my father gives: simple living and high thinking. And then slowly and steadily, when I moved on from a small town to a bigger town, Chandigarh, where my schooling, etc., happened, where my engineering happened, the realization started coming in that some of the people, why are they so well dressed? Why are they so confident? Why they can, how they can speak very good, fluent English, and why can't I do that? That thing started clicking in during the graduation days, right? And then after completing my graduation, I went to an a organization called Sonalika Tractors. I spent good 1 year over there. There also, my boss said that, Vishal, you are not made for this. You have something else cooking in your head all the time when I talk about engineering subjects. Because that was something which my parents told me to go and do engineering, even though I scored 60% plus marks in 10th. And still, my parents said that, Vishal, you go and do engineering. I asked them this question categorically, that even after scoring such low marks, do you think that I deserve an engineering? I deserve to become an engineer? They said, you don't have a choice, go and do it, right? And when engineering got completed, Sonalika Tractors got completed, my mentor said that now you go and do an MBA, Vishal. I will speak to your parents that MBA is what will give Vishal the next kick, will make him a better personality. And believe you me, Sudeep, it was a nightmare for me when I joined an MBA college. I was never ever able to speak on stage. I was like, I I don't have a choice right now. I could have shown you that picture where I am sitting in a corner, the entire class is standing on the other front, and I am sitting in a corner and ducting like this and hiding. Literally, that there is gonna be a presentation, and how will I deliver a presentation? Because I'm not good at English. I cannot speak fluently. I cannot. I'm not well groomed. Also, yeah. Uh, but one fine day in the second year of MBA, my communication teacher, she pushed me to go on stage and deliver something. I was not fluent in English at that time also, but somehow, because somebody pushed me, somebody showed confidence in me, I could go on stage and deliver a story. And that story somehow gave me that confidence that I can speak on stage, I can deliver that. And that's where this internal grooming became very, very important, Sudeep. That first is self belief. First is that belief which will be infused in you, maybe by a mentor, or you can do it yourself. It depends, it's your choice, right? But once I got that confidence, after that, nailing, um, uh, I was having a 600 students in the batch. 2009 was the recession period. I got 50. I was the 52nd guy to get placed in Philips. Yeah, and 2009 recession period, whatever package I could manage, I got it, and I was like there. But then the first 5 years were like a struggling period. I mean, not much salary growth. It was only that, survive, survive, survive. But then something got kicked in, and I got a position of national key account manager. In fact, I had a mentor at that time. I got some offers from various top brands, Samsung, Panasonic, and that gave me a trajectory, a beautiful journey. In Philips, sixth year was like very different from the first 5 years. And then came a brand in my life, which was like Hevels, where I created a category from 0 to 100 crores, a personal grooming category. While creating that, there were multiple challenges. There was a cultural shock also, moving from an MNC to an Indian company. But the learnings were immense. I got international assignments, I got a team to handle, I hired the team myself, and then went on to become a general manager in the same organization just because I added immense value over there. Yeah. So, grooming and the connection between grooming and you growing in your corporate ladder is very, very significant and very, very strong. If you can feel it, if you can do it, if you can go and talk confidently, even though you are not good at English. I have a beautiful master class which I've taken recently. Even if you are not good at English, still you can go and become confident speaker. Yeah, it's not the language which should stop you. It is your self belief which can stop you. If you have that self belief, if you can do it, wonderful. So grooming is not only a one word, it's like a big meaning here, a big ocean here, I would say, which people need to understand. And in this limited time, I could just connect it with my story quickly and make people understand that how from a shy introvert personality to getting onto a stage to speaking to multiple peoples to creating a brand is all a possibility.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a amazing journey. Exactly. Those who are listening to us. So, if you have any query for the Vishal, so you can put in the chat box, comment box, so we can clarify that particular query if you have anything. So yeah, so it's a really amazing so journey, Vishal. So for your case, and I could understand from this particular answer the how the grooming is influenced to the success of anyone else career or life, whatever it you want. Yeah. So so that's the thing. So my next questions to you. So do you think that grooming is really important to become a manager or the leader for the organizations? Is it required? Because the managers or leaders, so they're the different sort of people already. So do you think that for them also grooming is really required?
So, Sudeep, if you know that I have redesigned this term now from grooming to career grooming. And in career grooming, in corporate grooming, I have a framework called DRESS. When I conduct a master class every Sunday, people come and they witness me. There are hundreds of people who come and see me during Sundays. And over there, I just focus on this framework, which is dress. And that I would like to break it down. It starts from D, which is a differentiator, a unique point about you. You got to know that what is going to make me stand out, what I am good at, what makes me different from others. Yeah, because everyone has a story. We discussed about that. Then next is R, is relationship. Relationship with your boss. To have a great relationship with your boss, you should master communication. Communication is something which is very, very important if you have to grow in your career. Then comes E, which is exposure to senior management. People think that till the boss everything is okay, and when the appraisal comes in your boss says you will be given a promotion, but then because your senior management doesn't know you, because you're not familiar to them, you have never spoken to them, you have never presented in front of them, and you, because of a shy or an introvert personality, hide from them somehow, and just a hi or something like that, and even though they don't remember your name, so you miss the bus, because final remark comes from the senior management. So exposure to senior management is very, very important, and I want to underline for all the listeners, guys, please start working on that. Then comes S, which is smart profile. When you are great in your work, when you know your differentiator, why can't you talk about it in front of social media? Why can't you make it so strong, digitally so strong, that people outside world from the same industry also should know that who you are? That's called the power of social media, and that's called your smart profile. And last S is, of course, soft skills. Your negotiation skills, your leadership skills, your emotional intelligence. One by one, you go to pick up each subject and should master that, so that you are transforming yourself as a overall personality and moving on from low confidence to high confidence, and getting better at communication every day. It's every day, guys. It's not every week, it's not every month, it's every day. You have to work on yourself. Self development happens every day, even though if it is as small as 30 minutes, 15 minutes a day, but consistently working on one skill will take you to very different level
Yeah,
in your
that's
career.
the thing. You have to come out from your comfort zone, exactly what Vishal is want to say here to each everyone else. Yeah, come out from your comfort zone and work on the, at least the prioritize the task whatever you define for your career success. So work on that, so tomorrow you will be reached to the high whatever you want. That's correct. Yeah. I'm moving into the next things. Yeah. So, why the personal appearance is important in the workplace? What do you think about that?
So the personal appearance is very very important, because this boils down to first impression. I don't know how many viewers here know that the first impression is built in 1/10 of a second. And when you are not having a great personal appearance, you are losing on that first mover advantage. Let's say you are joining a new organization and you are not well dressed up, you are not having a great haircut, you're not having a properly trimmed beard if you carry a beard like me, or if you want to carry a clean shaven face. So all that put together, there are 23 elements when it comes to men in terms of personal appearance: the jacket you wear, the shirt you wear, the watch you wear, the glasses you wear. Everything counts, everything gets noticed when it comes to first impression. And when it comes to females, ladies, it's like 37 elements, because there are makeup elements. And it's like, you might have heard about image consultants. They are the people who work on your overall image, overall personality, and people pay lakhs and lakhs of rupees to get their image makeover done. Why is that so important? Why people are paying so much of money to get that done? Because of only one thing, which is to create a great first impression. So physical appearance does matter and has to be worked upon. Maybe slowly and steadily you can build up that personality, but if you can do that, you are definitely going to score over others who do not work on their physical appearance. Do not worry about that. My face is not that great, my hair are less. All those things are secondary. Whatever you have, first stitch that properly, and then eye for a next stage, next stage, next stage. So it is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I could remember the one thing. So there was a discussion. So one few days back, I was listening to Saurabh Ganguly. He was talking about the Shahrukh Khan and the KKR meeting during that. So Shahrukh Khan told, "I am not looks very good, but the thing is that, and also I'm not a great actor also, but if I try to give everything all together, so what will be the outcome? That is the impact for me, and that way I have raised myself today. Whatever Shahrukh Khan, whatever you have seen today, it's from that level, the below level, zero level, to that level he has raised. So that's
Yeah.
the only things. Yeah, whatever you told is really impact to the people, I believe. So those who are listening to us. And another thing is that, so I have pasted here the Facebook groups of the Visal Facebook groups. So if you want to groom yourself, you can join to his Facebook channel and get to know about the personal grooming as well as the professional grooming, why it is really important, how it is impact to your career or some other personal life. So please go through that. It will really help you. Yeah. Let me move forward to the next query to you, Vishal, in terms of the grooming. So, yeah, what are the professional skills needed to groom yourself?
So I would say the major professional skill, and I will talk about only one skill, keeping the time in mind, Sudeep, that is to work on your digital presence. Yeah, we covered the physical appearance, we covered the self belief, we covered confidence, we covered, in fact, how to create a great first impression. Now, I want to focus on the skill, which is actually a real skill, 21st century skill, is digital presence. People must be thinking that how come grooming is linked to digital presence? Because grooming is linked to personal branding, and personal branding is linked to digital presence. Now, these days, it looks to be very, very convenient that people these days post on LinkedIn, post on Facebook, post reels on Instagram, and they end up creating a brand. But it's not that easy. People who build a brand, they have done that consistently, they have mastered the video skills, they have practiced and made hundreds and thousands of videos before they created a personal brand. It looks very simple, that it's just a 1 minute reel somebody has posted on Instagram, and doing that consistently and build a personal brand. No, my friend, it's only and only 1% people in India who are doing it and who are actually having great following and who are consistently doing it. So the skill you need to master, the skill you need to work upon, if you are someone who is wanting to build a brand from his or her career. Yeah, people call it personal branding, I call it career branding. The formula I gave you, dress, is for career branding. In that sense, it's gonna be a very important skill, which is to create content, and that too in form of videos, because videos are something which create an intimacy. When people see you on screen, like the way you are seeing me right now, the way you are seeing Sudeep right now on screen, if we could have not been there on screen, not talking to each other like this, half of that would, you will not understand my body language, my expressions, my way of talking. That intimacy is built through videos, and that's why these videos are being rated highly. So master video making, master video editing, and you will see that once you post that content, the recruiters, the leaders in the industry, before even you go to an interview, they will know you, and they will know you that who you are.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so build your brand exactly. So, what you say, so build your career brand through the
Yes.
social media. We always I could remember, so few years back I feel that the social media, it's like a, why the people are using the social media, so they're spending so much of time on the social media. I was not knowing, during few people I know that they are using in a different way, and few people that use the social media in the different direction altogether to create their own brand and all through this social media. And as you told, so when you start posting the content through in terms of the video, so definitely so people start observing you, and silently, so as you told, so when you go for the first level of the interview or any appear for the interview, so definitely people will recognize you, this is the person whom I am regular basis watching them in LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. That's really important. Exactly. Correct.
Yeah.
So my last questions to you. Yeah. So as you told exactly, the professional skills need to be groomed. That's basically the, you are talking about the, in terms of this, the content creations through in the form of the video in social media, as you told that particular things. Yeah. So I don't have the any other things. Do you want to give any kind of the key message to the people, those who are listening to us, so that it will be really impact to their journey of the career? So yeah. That's over to you, Vishal.
Yeah, so my last message to all the people who are watching us now live and who are going to watch us later. So, the message to all of you is that, guys, all of us have something different in us, within us. It is hidden. You have to do self speculation. If you can do that, great. If you can find it out yourself, wonderful. But if you cannot find it out yourself, approach Sudeep. Approach, because he is someone who is doing it for you guys. He is someone who is working on day in, day out, inviting people like me to throw some light in your life and get you going, get you moving in your career. I mean, beautifully designed thing which Sudeep has written, career designer, and then from classroom to boardroom. The key message here is that you have to excel in your life, you have to go to the next level of your career. And that's where, from classroom to boardroom, everyone does that, everyone goes to the next level. But do you have someone like Sudeep in your life who can actually show you that path, who can become a mentor to you, who can get you that speed which is missing in your life? Probably that's something which you should look for and you should opt for. That's what my last message to all of you is.
Yeah. Thank you, Vishal, for you to coming to this particular show. It's my pleasure to invite to you. And also, last message I want to tell to all the audience here. So I have already messaged here in the chat box the Vishal Facebook group. If you want to groom yourself, you can join to his Facebook group. So that is the great community. You will get to know each other, as well as the you will get lot of tips out of this particular community. So that will really help you to get your career success. So thanks everyone. So I want to thanks to each one of you, those who are listening to us from bottom of my heart. Thank you. Have a great day.